Anam, this is Sangeeta. So today we will be the lecture 5 of units of gravity or our geophysics lecture series. So let's start. What are the units of gravity? So it is very important to remember the units because in numericals they are the most important things which we usually ignore. So unit of gravity is 1 gal. Okay, 1 gal, which is Galileo, and 1 gal is equal to 0.1 meter per second square. Also, you can write in terms of milligals. It will be 10 raised power minus 3 gal. And there is one example how to convert it from meter per second square to the gals. Okay, so we get gravity changed by 10 milligals between two places. You just have to remove two places. Next one is you can also write in terms of microgals, which is mu. So it will be 10 raised power minus 6 gal, and example is also given how to convert in milligals and microgals. So you can check them out. Right, so now let's discuss the geodetic and geocentric latitude. I have forgotten to write the latitude after geocentric, so please remember that. And now let's see, this is the shape of earth, which is ellipsoid or oblate spheroid, means flat at poles, bulged or wide at equator. So you have to remember this term very seriously. Earth shape is oblate spheroid, means flat at poles, bulged at equator. And here I will mark the black solid line, which will be the equator, or you can say equatorial plane. Also, this red solid line, which is perpendicular to this equatorial plane, it will be your geodetic latitude. Alright, I have denoted it by capital D. Similarly, opposite to this will be geocentric, means it will pass through the center of this equatorial plane instead of making an perpendicular angle. So I will denote it by capital C. It will be your D will be your geodetic latitude and C will be your geocentric latitude. Also, you can see the other figure, this one. This is similar to the diagram which I have drawn here, but I have drawn step by step so that you can understand in a better way. Okay. Next one is why maximum gravity at pole and minimum at equator. So first one is due to the radius of equator. We know earth is flat at poles, wide at the equator. So radius of equator will be greater as compared to the pole. But we also know that gravity, it varies inversely with the radius. G is equal to gm upon r square. So this factor will reduce the gravity at equator because it is inversely proportional to the radius. Next one is centrifugal force. So at equator it will act outward in the opposite direction, but at the pole it will be zero. Let us see what are the factors on which gravity depends. So first of all, we will look for the latitude. So if you remember, in the last lecture we have discussed there is one formula for the latitude. It will be G is equal to GE 1 plus alpha sine square lambda plus beta sine square lambda. Okay, and lambda will be your latitude which will be given for your numerical problems, and these values are constant. You have to remember these GE, alpha and beta. Now there is one question for you. Find gravity value at equator, at latitude 45 degree and at poles by using this formula. I hope you can solve all this. You can comment down, and if not, I will solve in the next video. Okay, let's move on to the next part. Alright, so after latitude lies the second factor, which is elevation. So as the height increases or elevation increases, the gravity will decrease above the mean sea level. Okay, why? Because it is inversely proportional to the r square, which is radius. You will better understand by this diagram. When we observe from height h, so this is earth and its center, and a body of mass m lies at height h. Okay, and capital R is radius from center to this mean sea level. So G is equal to gm upon r square. You can see on your right side on the top, this is gravity acceleration formula. And if you substitute this value, r is equal to re plus h. Re I have written for radius of earth. You can also write capital R instead of re. Okay, so this equation will become, after substituting capital R with this r plus h, it will become g dash is equal to gm upon r plus h ka whole square. Okay, and after dividing this 1 from 2, you will get g dash upon g is equal to r square upon r plus h square is equal to 1 plus h by r होल ब्रैकेट क्लोज, और वहाँ पे -2 आएगा. ओके, वो स्टार के नीचे छुप गया है. ये हमने पहले भी डिस्कस किया. यू कैन सी माई प्रीवियस लेक्चर्स. And if the radius is very high as compared to this height h, then this formula will become g dash is equal to g 1 minus 2h by capital R. Okay, तो ये स्टार इसलिए लगाएं ताकि ये दोनों इक्वेशन आपको याद होनी चाहिए, बिकॉज ये अगर ये कंडीशन दिया हुआ है कि h इज़ वेरी लेस देन r, तो ये फॉर्मूला लगेगा नीचे वाला, अदरवाइज यू विल यूज द अबव फॉर्मूला. ओके. Okay, so now the last part is measurement of gravity. There are two methods. One is absolute, another one is relative. Absolute measurement is done by the simple pendulum, spring mass measurement, and relative is done by the gravimeter. And gravimeter are of various type like Warden type and Lacoste-Ramberg, cross coupling, and Bell-Marine. Alright, so this was the last part of this lecture. In the next part, we will cover the anomalies. So till then, keep learning. Thank you so much. Do like, share and subscribe my channel, and do hit the bell icon.